Hi students. So today we'll be beginning with the chapter of arithmetic progression. Okay. So now before understanding this particular chapter, this is basically a very easy chapter of maths. Okay. So first, before understanding this chapter, let us understand what is actually this arithmetic progression. So for that, what we'll do, we'll take certain examples. Okay. Now you see, let us take a basic example. Say a set of even numbers. 2, 4, 6, 8. Say you can also take a set of odd numbers 1, 3, 5 and 7. Okay. Now if you see closely, if I take the gap between 2 and 4, how much is it? 4 minus 2, how much it is? 2. Similarly here 6 minus 4, how much it is? Again 2. Here also the gap is 2. Here again if I take the gap it is 2. If I take here the gap 5 minus 3 it is again 2. Here also the gap is 2. Let us take another example. Say for example a multiple of 3. Say 3, 3 to just 6, then you have your 9, then you have 12. Now how much is the gap between them? 6 minus 3 it is 3. 9 minus 6 it is again 3, isn't it? 12 minus 9, how much it is? Again 3. Now if you look at the series closely, in the first two series the gap is 2 and in the third series the gap is 3. Now any number series in which the difference between all the numbers, all the consecutive numbers will be equal, the difference between them will be equal, those series are said to be in arithmetic progression. Understood? The difference must be equal. Okay. Now let us take another example. Then you will see how much it will vary from geometric progression. Say another example I am taking. Say 1. Then you have let me start with 2. 2. Then you have a 4, 8. Then say 16. Then 32. Now here this is also a series. But here if you see the gap is not equal. 4 minus 2 it becomes 2. 8 minus 4 it becomes 4. 16 minus 8 it becomes 8. Here the gap is 16. So here the difference is not the same. So you cannot tell them in arithmetic progression. So this is also a series. Okay. So what type of progression can it be? Now instead of subtracting them, let us divide them. Okay. Second number divided by the first number, it becomes 2. Third number divided by the second number, it again becomes 2. Fourth number by third number, again it becomes 2, and the last number by the fourth number, it again gives a result of 2. So here the division between the second and the first, third and the fourth, these divisions are the same. So in any type of series, instead of the difference, if the division in between or the ratio in between them, in between the consecutive numbers are equal, then this type of series are known as geometric progression. So in progression part you will face two types of problem. One is the arithmetic progression and another is the geometric progression. Today we'll be discussing about the arithmetic progression part. Understood? Now what is arithmetic progression? You understood? Okay. So now before beginning the chapter, let us understand how can we actually find a formula to find the terms of any of the particular members of the series. So let me take this particular series as an example. Say again I am adding another number, say 10. Now what I'll do, in order to find that formula, we have to find the formula for the term. Okay, what term we will be finding? Well, I'll be finding the formula for Tn, nth term. Okay, so in order to find that formula, what I'll do, say if I want to replace this 4, okay, with 2, means I want to express this 4 with this number 2. What I can write here what? 2 plus 2, isn't it? Similarly, if I want to replace this 6 with the first term 2, remember every number will be replaced by the first term. We have to express all the number with respect to the first term itself. Okay, so here I can write 2 plus 4. Here I can write 2 plus 6. Here I can write 2 plus 8. Now you see this particular number I can write, instead of 2 I can write 2 plus 0, isn't it? It means the same, isn't it? Now here also in place of this 2 I can write 1 into 2. In place of this 4 I can write 2 into 2. in place of this 6, I can write what? 3 into 2. In place of this 8, I can write 4 into 2. Now, how to derive the formula? You see, let me replace, this 0 also I can multiply it by 2. Okay. Now, let me replace this first number, let me replace it by, say, A. In arithmetic progression, the first term is usually taken as A. It is the first term, okay? So, here in place of this 2, I'll write A plus 0 into 2. Here also in place of this 2, I'll write A plus 1 into 2. Here also A plus 2 into 2. Accordingly, I can write that. Okay, now come to this part. This 2, actually, this particular 2 means the difference in between them. See, all the difference between these two numbers, the difference is 2. Here also the difference is 2. So this 2 is actually representing the difference in between them. If I replace the difference with, say, D, okay, in the next step, if I replace the numbers with, say, D, okay, so this particular line comes. Now for the last part, see, if I continue this step, see from here, the first term, in the first term the value of this particular number is 0. In the second term the value of this particular number is 1. In the third term the value of this particular number is 2. That means this number is increasing consecutively, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it increases consecutively. All the natural numbers, it comes as a series of natural numbers. Okay, so if I take this sequence, then what must be the last number? See, from after 2 it will come 3, then 4, then the last number we usually represent it by n. Understood? But now here is the problem. In place of this first term, see, the ranking of this term is first, but here the number that is coming here is 0. Understood? This is the first term, this is the difference, but this particular number, in place of this first term, it is coming 0 here. In the second term, it is coming 1 here. In the third term, it is coming 2 here. That means this particular number is 1 less than its actual position. Understood? So that's why in place of writing n, I will be writing n minus 1. That means 1 less than its actual position into t. So this is the formula for finding the term of a AP. By applying this formula, I can easily find what term actually I am finding in a particular arithmetic progression. Okay, so now let us do some problems with this particular formula. Okay, so see this closely. The question will be displayed now. Okay, so now let us begin with this particular question. This is a very basic problem of AP. Okay, very basic problem, and for your kind information, this problem was taken from the book of Selina. Okay, for class 10 Selina maths book, you will find this particular problem. Okay, so here they have mentioned that, they have told you that to show that this particular series is in AP. So we'll begin from this part. Okay, we'll not see what they are telling us to find now. We'll just begin from this part. So I have to show that this series is in AP. And what I told, in order to prove that a particular series is in AP, then the difference between the two numbers, the consecutive numbers, must be equal. The difference should always be equal. So let us find the difference. See, second term minus the first term. Always you should remember, you should subtract the second with the first. Okay, or you can subtract the third term with the second term. Third term minus second term. Okay, and doing two differences is enough for you. Okay, no need to do all the differences in the consecutive numbers. Only 2 is enough. So here, if I subtract, it will be minus 4. Here also it will be minus 4. Now the difference is equal, isn't it? And don't worry if the difference comes negative. It can also come as decimal, or it can come in fraction. It can come positive. Okay, so this difference can be anything. Okay, but the difference should be same. Understood? Now what I'll write as the difference are equal or is equal, the series is in AP. Understood? Okay, so now finish this part. Now see what they have to find. You have to find what? The first term. You have to find the first term. Now you should see on this particular series, what is the first term here? 10. So here I can write as 10. Now second, they are telling me to find the common difference. See, 6 minus 10. Already I found out the common difference, that is minus 4. Now for the third thing, they are telling me to find the 10th term. Now this is important, 10th term I have to find. So for this particular question, they are telling me to find the term, okay. You should, in API, in a question of API, you should always see either they are telling me to find the term or the sum, okay. For sum, there is a different formula. For term, the formula that will be used is discussed a bit earlier, isn't it? So that formula is Tn equals to a plus n minus 1 into d. In place of a, it is the first term 10, n, they are telling me to find the 10th term. So in place of n, it will be 10 minus 1 into d. Difference is your minus 4. So what will be the answer here? So the answer will be minus 26. Understood? Okay. Okay. So now we'll be doing a much more difficult question now. Okay. So what you'll be doing, pause the video and record this particular question, answer in your paper, and then we'll start with the next one. Now for the next question, see, they're telling me find the nth term of AP. A small part of the series is given to you, and using that particular nth term, you have to find the 11th and the 21st term. Okay. So now, in order to find the nth term, see here also the term is used. Okay. The term is used. It became an irony, isn't it? Huh? The term is used. Now, in order to do that, what you'll be doing, whenever you have to find the term or the sum, first of all, you have to write the first term itself. What is the first term of the series? It is 5. Next, we have to find the difference. Now, what is the difference? See, second number, 11 minus the first term, 5, it will give me how much? 6. So, the difference became 6. Now, I have to find the nth term. So, I will be applying this formula, Tn equals to a plus n minus 1 into d. We just learned this formula, isn't it? Me and you just learned this formula, Tn equals to a plus n minus 1 into d. Now you see, in place of a, I can write 5 plus n minus 1 into d. In place of d, I can write 6. So, the answer will be 6n minus 1. So, the nth term, we found out the nth term here. Now, using this nth term, what we have to do? First of all, we have to find the 11th term. How much? The 11th term. That means we have to find T11. So, what we'll be doing, I'll use this formula. In place of n, I'll just place 11 here. No need to apply this big formula now. Just in place of n, you apply 11. So 6 into 11 minus 1, it will give me 66 minus 1, that will be 65. Now for the second one, we have to find the 21st term. See, so in place of n, I'll write 21. So it will be 126 minus 1, it will give me 125. So the answer came 125. See how fast you can do this particular problem. Very easy problem. One problem always comes in the board from this chapter, okay? So you should do it minutely, okay? It is a very small chapter and it will actually help you to score some marks in your board exam, okay? Now to the next problem. So now to this problem, see, this is a more matured version of API, okay? So in order to solve this problem, see what is given actually in the question. Always remember, try to study the question of a mathematics problem. Studying the question carefully usually solve 50% of the problem. Always remember, in maths or physics, you should always read the question carefully. Okay, information is given everywhere. Okay, now you see what is given. The 7th term of an AP is minus 4. What is given? The 7th term is minus 4. That means I have been given T7. 7th term is your minus 4. So before doing any more part, let me apply the formula. See, everything is open to us now. We can apply the formula for T, and as the term is given, Tn equals to a plus n minus 1 is d. Now in place of Tn, I can write minus 4. Now how much term is this one? 7th term. Always remember 7th term. So in place of n, there will be 7. And a and d you don't have here. You have to find the first and the common difference. A and d. This first term is known as the common a. Sorry. This first term is known as the a, and the common difference is denoted as d. Okay. So here what I can do, see. So this is a particular equation, okay? It appears to be an equation, isn't it? Huh? Now you see, let me give this equation as number 1. Okay. Now for the second term, see here, you have to find the 13th. Again, the 13th term is given as minus 16. So again, I will applying this formula a plus n minus 1 into d. So in place of T, and if I write minus 16, it will give me what? N is 13 minus 1. That will give me an equation of a plus 12d equals to minus 16. This is the equation 2 you are having now. Understood how fast you can solve? Okay. Now, Now what I'll be doing, I'll be solving this particular two equations. See here, the first term is written as in this way, and the second term is here. Now in order to solve it, this particular coefficient of A is matching, isn't it? Here also 1, here also nothing is there, so 1. So what I can do, see here, both of them are addition. They are having a plus sign in front of them. Okay, nothing is given, so it is a plus sign. So when the signs are matching, you will be doing subtracting. Okay, if the signs are matching, you will do here subtracting. This is known as simultaneous equation solving. Okay, now if I subtract, then all the signs will correspondingly change, and I can cut this part. It will come minus 60, and this part it will appear as how much? 12. So from here d equals to minus 2. Easy. Now what I'll be doing, I'll be putting this value in here. In equation 2, if I put the values a plus 12 in place of d, I can write minus 2. See how fast you can solve. Minus 24 equals to minus 16. From here a will come as 8. So you are finding the first term and the common difference. Okay, just like that. Understood? Just like that I can find. Okay. Now you have to find the nth term. Okay, they are also telling me to find the nth term. Now in order to do the nth term, I will apply again this particular formula. Only one formula I have for here, a plus n minus 1 into d. Very easy chapter. Okay. In place of a, it is what? It was, the value of a is 8, and in place of d, it was minus 2. Isn't it? So if I break this bracket, minus 2n plus 2, it will come 10 minus 2n. So here the value of tn is perfectly clear in front of you. Okay. Okay, now to the next question. So for the next question, I will be solving this particular question. See, what is given here? Find the value of x for which these three numbers are in AP. Now you will see, they are telling me to find the value of x here, isn't it? And they are telling me they are in AP. They are in AP, you have to find the value of x. Now you must be thinking that they are in AP, so the difference between them is equal, and I can easily find the value, isn't it? If I find the difference as second term minus the first term, here also I will again find the value of this term minus this term, and I will make them equal. Yeah, you can make them equal. Okay, this is also a method to solve it. But what I do here, I will use a more easy formula for this particular problem. Remember this thing. The formula that I will be discussing now can only be used for 3 consecutive numbers in AP. Always remember, for 3 consecutive numbers, not more than that. Okay. So what formula I will be using? See, let me take an example and explain you to this. Now you see, 2, 4, 6. We already explained in our video earlier what this particular 3 numbers are in AP. The difference between them is equal. Here also 2, here also 2. Okay. Now you see, what I can do, say if I add this particular 2 terms, say this is A and this is B and this is C. If I add this A and C, if I add 2 plus 6, it will be 8, isn't it? And if I divide it by 2, how much? The answer will be 4. And 4 is your middle term. Understood the formula? Okay, let me take another example if you have doubt. Let me take a 3 multiple. Okay, 3, 6 and 9. Again, add these 2 parts, it will give you 12. By 2 if you do, again 6. So the middle term is coming. So that means whenever 3 numbers are in AP, whenever 3 consecutive numbers are in AP, what I can do, when 3 numbers are in AP, so what I can do, A plus C by 2 will give you B. That means the first term and the last term, if I add and divide it by 2, it will be equal to the middle term. Understood? So here I will use this formula directly, and you see how fast you can get the answer here. Okay. In board, always remember, in your board exam, you will not get this much time to solve a particular problem. You have to use all the shortcuts available to you. Okay. So how to find it? In place of A, I will write 5x plus 2, add x plus 2 by 2 equals to B, that is your 4x minus 1. So x, it will give me 6x plus 4 by 2 equals to 4x minus 1. If I take 2 common from here, it will be 3x plus 2, and that 2 will cut with the denominator, okay, equals to 4x minus 1. So finally, if I bring this 4x here, it will be minus x, and here it will be minus 3, so x's value will be 3. Understood? Okay, so now let's not delay and let us begin with the final problem of this part. Okay, so now, so for the final question of this part, okay, see here what is given. Find three numbers in FP whose sum is 15 and product is how much? 80. So how to do this particular part? See, before beginning with that, please do subscribe my channel. It actually motivates me a lot. I tell that tag often, okay? So please subscribe to my channel, and to see more of this type of videos, please like the videos and give a thumbs up, okay? Thank you. And now you see, for this part, what they have given you. Find three terms in FP whose sum is 15 and product is 80. So what I can do, see here, I have to take three terms, isn't it? So if you rewind back the video and start it from the first, you will see while deriving the formula for Tn, okay, for the term formula, nth term formula, we actually derived the series as a plus d, a plus 2d, isn't it? So whenever they will be telling me to write three terms in three terms of an FP, okay, we'll usually take these three terms, a plus d, and a plus 2d. Okay, these are the terms in FP. But here, if I take this particular three numbers and try to do this particular sum, it will be a bit messy for us. Okay, it will be a bit messy. Okay, so what we can do, I'll be taking an example and show you how to do this problem more easily. Okay, so see here, let us take that example 2, 4, 6. In place of 2, if I write a, in place of 4 I can write a plus d, and in place of 6 I can write a plus 2d, isn't it? That I know. But now in place of this first term, we actually denoted this first term with a, isn't it? Let us denote this medial term by a and see what happens. If I denote this medial term by a, what will be the first term with respect to the middle term? Understood? This 2 I can write as 4 minus 2, isn't it? 4 minus 2. In place of 4 I have written a minus 2. Now what is actually this 2? The 2 is the difference in between them. See, the difference in between them is 2. So in place of this 2 I can write d, isn't it? Similarly, 6 also I can write 4 plus 2. So I can write a plus d. Now in place of taking this type of series here, if I take this particular format of series, how it will be easier, you see. If I take the three numbers, three consecutive terms of FP to be a minus d, a and a plus d, how it will be easy? They are telling me to do the sum, isn't it? So let me add this 3, and the result they are telling me it will be 15. So here you see, you can directly cancel out minus d and plus d. The result will be 3a equals to 15, and the value of a you can find it directly from here. Understood how clean your problems will be now? Okay. Now about the product, they are telling me the product. So the first number in place of a, if I write 5, it will be 5 minus d, isn't it? The middle term is a, so I can write 5 directly. The third term, a plus d, in place of a, if I write 5, it will be 5 plus d. Now they are telling me to do the product, that means multiply, and they are telling me the answer will be 80. So now from here, you see this part is also clean, because this 5, if I cancel with this one, it will give me 16, and this 2, it comes into the format of a minus b and a plus b. That formula we know, a minus b and a plus b. सबको पता है ना, a minus b a plus b कितना होता है? A square minus b square. Very easy formula, okay? Basic mathematics, okay? So here I can write 25 minus d square equals to 16. So minus d square equal to 16 minus 25. It will give me minus 9, minus, if I cancel, d will be plus minus 3. So you have your a as 5 and your d as plus minus 3. From here you can find the three terms. If you put the values here, in place of d, if you write 3, so it will be 5 minus 3, that will give me 2. In the second term it is 5, and the third term it is 5 plus d. It will give me how much? 5 plus 3, it will give me 8. So this is the three terms in your FP. Understood? Now, the second part, okay, this particular FP have a second part in which they will tell you to do the sum of an FP. This will be made in a separate video, okay, or else the video will be very long and I know you will be easily bored by it, okay. Okay, so before leaving it, please like the video and subscribe my channel. Okay, and the next video will be coming very soon. Okay.